is he making two wheels on a 4x4 spin? So he's made the front wheel spin independent of the back, and he's made the back wheel spin independent of the front. Rose came up to Isan to do the rice harvest, to spend some time with her mum, who was having some problems. So I just stayed a little bit in Bangkok for about 5 days. So I just arrived this morning, early flight. I'm pretty tired, and I've met the family. They've all gone out now and all sleeping. So now what we want to show you is the next leg of our adventure, which is behind me. If I turn the camera around, it's the car. So this is your father's old car. Now your father sadly passed away a few years back, but this is a car that you bought him, didn't you? And he used this on the farm. And we were talking about it, and we thought, you know what, wouldn't it be a good idea to do a road trip around Thailand from Isan over to Chiang Mai, stopping off at lots of places in between and thereafter. So we've had a mechanic check it all over and replace as many broken bits as we could find. I'll give you a quick tour. Now, unfortunately, we did pay to have it cleaned, but then Rose forgot it was rice harvesting season, so the car's been full of rice since they cleaned it, isn't it? But hopefully we got new brakes. That's great. New suspension arm there by the look of it. The engine doesn't clatter anymore, and most importantly for me, the air conditioning is working. So that's number one for me. So here we are. It's a classic Isuzu D-Max Highlander Platinum Space Cab model, I think is called. So Space Cab means basically you don't have a back door, which is a bit awkward because that's where we'll be putting our bags. So we kind of have to move the seats forward to put the bags in. I hadn't realised that compartment doesn't open, to be honest. And the Highlander means the suspension's lifted, which is going to be useful, I'm sure, as the roads around here aren't necessarily all tarmacked. 2.5 litre diesel engine, 4-wheel drive, manual gearbox, stick shift as the Americans call it, which I'm fine with being a UK driver. Yeah, on the tyres looking good nick actually, so hopefully this will get us going. This car's about 10 or 12 years old?
I bought this car when I 21 years old.
When you were 21? Oh crikey, so this car's nearly 20 years old then?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a 20-year-old car. It's done 175,000 kilometres. Yeah, pretty excited to get on the road. One of the things I really like is a road trip because when I go on holiday to one place, I always get itchy feet and I want to try a different location. So I said to Rose, look, we can either buy a car in Thailand, but if you don't know, buying a car in Thailand is super expensive compared to, say, the UK or most places in Europe. Cars seem to cost like more than double, sometimes triple what you'd expect. And we thought, well, hang on, we've got this old car. Rose had this old car just sitting here, working, wasn't it? You know, they were using it for the farm, but it's not used every day, so we can borrow it, can't we? But one job we want to do today is, it's got window tints here to try and keep it cool, and Rose was concerned that the window tint on the front is very, very dark, probably not road legal, and so we're just going to try and get it changed to a more road legal window tint. We've already had, like I say, the equivalent to a full service and lots of other fixes done. They don't have an MOT here in Thailand, I believe, but we've had like a safety check done on it, and we've also paid for fully comprehensive insurance for a year, so hopefully we'll be good. Driving in Thailand is, I think it's the second most dangerous country in the world in terms of accidents. What have you got there?
And we have to make this.
So as we call that like car tax or vehicle excise duty in the UK. So it shows that you've paid for the car for 1 year to use the roads, yeah?
Yeah.
So you've got to stick that in the windscreen, but do that after the tint has changed, yes?
No, I say we have to do this in the city because this is finished day.
Ah, it's finished, is it?
Yeah.
So the year in Thailand is 2566. We are living in the future.
Because this car we just driving in the farm. We never to go to the city. When this finished, we never to pay money for do this. This is Isan car.
You always try and save money where you can, don't you? Let's go. Rosie's going to do the driving today because I'm too tired from the flight. There you go. Little cup holder for my water. Starts first time. This is what I'm talking about. Is so you've got to get our cases in. We have to put our cases in the back here, and you've got to sort of jimmy them through this area, and it's a bit tight. Let's put this seat back.
Let's go.
So we're off to the window tinting shop. So this is Isan, countryside. Just driving past an amazing temple on the way to the tint shop. Look at that.
Next to the river.
I don't know whether people could see that, but there's rice on tarpaulin. You can see everyone has their little rice farms. They get the rice and they dry it for maybe 4 days, 1 week on the tarpaulin. 5 days. And then after that it goes off to the processing plant. Or if you do what Rose has done, is you keep it and store it safely and wait for the price to go higher. And then when you sell it to the processing plant, you'll get more money for it. Because obviously right now everyone's harvesting their rice, so the price at the processing plant is going to be the lowest of the year. What Rose's family do is very smart. They can just store it in the future once everyone else locally has processed their rice. The processing plant will pay a higher price then. I believe that's how it's happened. If anyone knows any different, please do correct me. So you were saying that somebody wanted to rent the land off you for 3,000 baht for one harvest season, which is May till October, yeah?
Yes.
And you were saying it was a relative of the family. We don't need to say who it was, but it was a close relative of the family.
Yeah.
And they wanted to give you just 3,000 baht.
Yeah.
Which is way less than what they should have given you. And luckily, you were smart enough to say no. But what were they saying?
I say no, I can do myself because when I grow the rice, I am sure I can make more than 3,000 baht.
Yeah, but they were saying, oh, you're so busy and May's so busy. And
Him think I am with David, don't have time to come to Isan. And my sister, she have to work Monday to Friday. And her husband have to work too. And my mom is ill. And my sister have 2 sons. It's so busy. Who make rice for you?
you think that family relative was probably trying to trick you
Yes.
to make money off you, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Not the best start. She drove to the wrong garage. Looked like a mechanic she drove into. The window tinting shop is next door. Here. There's Maximilius, the D-Max, and you can see how dark the front window tint is. It's almost black. I think that's an 80% tint by the look of it, which is not street legal over here. The tint shop, it looks like we can pimp our ride here. Look at those seatbelt covers, steering wheel covers, fake Bluetooth fins, some old seats, one in the Spider-Man colours, which is good. Right, we're now investigating new seat covers because we've discovered the driving seat cover is in quite a state. So I'm thinking we go for this beige colour because I favour beige. Being a Brit, everything I eat is beige. There is the choice of black and red or just black. What do you think, Rose? I think beige, because your car is gold, beige colour will look good and it won't be so hot. Black absorbs the sun, doesn't it? I think beige would be a good idea. And she wants 1,200 for that. Is that the same colour, that beige there? I'm showing Rose, like, come away from Thailand design where everything doesn't match and everything's different colours. I'm showing you now how to basically make a magnolia box, which is how we like our new build houses. Oh, look at that. That does match.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Can do little price for
200
200 baht, Song Loi.
and then discount 1,000 baht.
That's 1,000.
Yes. And then 200, 1,200 baht. Then discount. Oh, sorry.
Right now, him check out the film.
I'm no mechanic, and I'm certainly no window tinting expert, but he's removed the old film, and now he's put the new film, which looks as dark, Rose. It looks the same. You sure this is not 80%, yeah?
No มืด40ใช่ไหม
40 ครับ
40
So this is road legal?
Yeah.
No, police not problem about this.
Police ไม่ได้เป็นอย่างเราอาย
ไม่เป็นไรครับไม่เป็นไร
ไม่เป็นไร I ask him before เลย
อันนี้ก็60อันนี้60หมด ไม่เป็นไร
Alright.
before it's 80
Yeah. Sometimes we might want to drive at night. You cut there or? They cut it at the bottom. That's weird.
มันจะมี2แผ่นอยู่ด้วยกันมันต้องแกะแผ่นหนึง
or him have to take out one in here
This is the old one or the new one?
new one
So weirdly, I don't really understand, but he seems to be cutting it smaller than the screen. I think there's probably good reason for that, but I'm not entirely sure why. It's exciting, isn't it, Rose?
yes
Getting Papa's car back street legal, roadworthy. You've tested all the headlights, yeah?
yes
You test these okay?
yeah
Any kangaroos want to jump out? Rose has just spotted some sort of electrical thing hanging down on the rear wheel. Doesn't look right to me, but see if we can figure out what that is. Earlier I said the tyres look good, but I think I was wrong. They're actually 2016. So the fella's just pointed out that the tyres are pretty old. 2016, 17 to 18 to 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 7 years old. Yeah, that's probably pushing it a little bit. He's just offered us this car, 250,000 baht. It's a Chevrolet, which I'm not sure whether they are well regarded over here. They're certainly not in Britain, but I don't know whether Chevys are good over here or not. But this one's got like more than 350,000 kilometres on it, so I was saying to him that the Farang prefer to buy cars with a lot lower mileage. Maybe it's a good car, I don't know. It certainly would fit our requirements better than the D-Max in terms of not having to haul the luggage past the front seats every time. But I've got no idea whether that's a good price or not, so I've just said to him better he sells to a Thai person at that sort of mileage.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what's happening?
He said the glass is have glue. He have to clean the glue out first, and after that him put new.
Yeah. So he's actually putting the film on the outside of the windshield and on the inside too. So we're getting
Two-way.
two, which is good. And so he's just cleaning off the old glue now. He's working hard.
1 hour.
It's easy, me and you just watching, isn't it? I love work, I could watch it all day. Got the answer to why he was cutting it short on the outside. I was talking nonsense about there being two films. I thought that seemed like a crazy solution. What he actually did, Rose, is he put the film on the outside and then used the black line here as a template to cut. And then after that, he took the film off the outside and now he's put it inside.
Yes.
And so now it fits perfectly inside. Because I just ran my nail like that to try and feel the cut, and there's no cut, I'm just touching glass. So that's how they tint, that's how they shape it. They do it on the outside first, take it off, and then it fits exactly on the inside, which makes perfect sense when you think about it. Lesson learnt. Have you learned something new today, Rose?
I learned next time you never to scare when them not finished.
Yeah, because I was a bit like, why is he doing that? I'm just going to talk about what just happened there. As you can see, the steering wheel no longer has a cover on it. Turned out that the steering wheel cover and the seat covers were just hiding brand new seats, which I guess your father did when he bought, or when you bought him the car new.
Yeah.
Because it was going to be a working car on the farm. Swadee Kap, thank you. Khop Mak Kap. Because it was going to be a working car, he put seat covers on to keep the seats clean. And they are clean. They're like brand new seats, aren't they?
Yeah.
So what we've done is, sadly, much to the chagrin of the shop owners, saved the money on buying the seat covers and the steering wheel cover. And we bought the film, and I did give them a bit of a tip because they helped me remove the seat covers, and I'm sure they were a bit disappointed that they weren't going to get the money for the seat covers. So they helped us remove the old ones to reveal the perfect condition seat covers. You could just see if you move your little leg to one side.
Yeah.
All right, they need a bit of a shampoo, whatever, but they're spot on. So that saved us probably 1,400 baht in seat covers and a steering wheel cover. And I'm going to use half of that money. Well, I gave them some of that in a tip, and then I'll use the rest of the money for a car wash, a proper car wash. And on here, by the way, this tissue is from the window tinting man. He said leave this in for about 5 days. And then we can remove it after that. But I think he's done a good job. You know, having a 40 tint means we can drive as it's getting a little bit dark. If you've got an 80 tint on and it's getting dark, I think it would be dangerous to drive. Maximilius. What's the plan today, Rose?
My plan today, I want to take the car, go to Polabor.
You want to buy the road tax, yeah?
Road tax. And we take the car, go to change the wheel because we use a long time.
Yeah, the wheels are more than 7 years old, so the fella yesterday said they're all looking good, Nick, but don't take the risk if you're driving cross country. So that could cost a small fortune. All right.
Everything today is important. It's about the car. We have to come here for pay the money for the roads.
This is like a road tax vehicle licensing authority, isn't it?
Yes.
And you've just told me they also do a safety check, which in the UK we call an MOT.
Yeah, have to take a
Ministry
car
of
for check
Transport,
the
yeah.
wheel, everything.
I thought such a safety check didn't exist in Thailand, so I think what's actually been happening, Rosie's family has just been driving this car provincially without taxing it and without getting the safety check done every year. But I think really most people in Thailand, if they're driving any sort of distance, they do have this done every year, yes?
Every year we pay.
Right. I've always wondered why there was no MOT in Thailand. Turns out there is. It's just Rosie's family didn't pay for one.
But I not know, we have to go in there.
I think it's probably that office there. This looks like a testing facility. So you can ask the man first.
พี่คะหนูจะมาต่อไอ้นี่มันหมดอายุต้องไปติดต่อตรงไหนเอ่ย
So we've been turned away. What was the story?
We have to go some place but not this area because this is my car.
Yeah.
You can come here when you sell a car for
Yeah.
someone different.
So that is a commercial vehicle testing area, I think is what you're saying. So for people that are trading in vehicles or that have commercial vehicles, But for privately owned vehicles like your car, different site, yeah? Always an adventure, Rose? My Thailand expert is not such an expert at all, really.
I not stay in Isan long time and I don't know how I can do it.
That's
and I
okay.
don't know where can go.
But this is what travel's all about, Rose, is the adventure of not knowing what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
The wing mirror, it's an electric wing mirror that tends to reset itself.
Amazing old
Yeah,
car.
it's amazing. Old car, but look, it's a good story, isn't it? And it's your father's old car, so it holds a special place in our hearts, doesn't it?
Yes. And I love the car.
Yeah. So we will keep this car on the roads as long as we can. Probably the next turning, isn't it?
Oh, go up there, I think.
Yeah, I think so. This is like an MOT, well, a tax and testing facility, I reckon. We'll see. So it's that yellow sign there, look. Oh, 4x4. Nice.
ทำที่นี่เบ็ดเสร็จเลย4 โมงเย็นมารับ
4 โมงเย็นมารับราคามันก็จะต่างกันเหรอ
ค่าฝาก 10 บาท
We just give the book for them and after that them can do for us and right now them check the car and evening 5 p.m. we can come for collect the book.
Ah, right, okay. So they'll check the car now.
Yeah.
We can drive away and then we come back later to
For
get
the book.
the sticker,
and,
yeah?
Yes.
Good. Awesome job, Rose. Well done. So he's checking the headlights. Seems like a really good idea. I'm quite happy we've decided this is necessary because I did pay a friend of Rose's mechanic to do like a full safety check on the car before, and in fairness to them, they have fixed the aircon and suspension and done a few bits and pieces, whereas I think this one we will get some paperwork to at least declare it road legal and road safe. Be interesting to get this fella's views on the tyres. I tell you what, I'm so OCD, I've just noticed the bull bar that's on here is not even central. It's been knocked off to the side. Can you see? Oh well, no point making a fuss of that. How is he making 2 wheels on a 4x4 spin? So he's made the front wheel spin independent of the back, and he's made the back wheel spin independent of the front. So there is some sort of device or lever in Rosie's car to do that. To switch from 2-wheel, which is going to be more fuel efficient when we drive, to 4-wheel. I haven't seen such a thing yet, but let's see. We can ask him. So we think the tax for 1 year is 2,300 baht for 1 year.
Just wait.
We'll check that. And that's for a check, isn't it?
Yes.
And his opinion on the tyres was they look in great condition, so he
Yeah.
thinks they're okay, but he did say they are old. So I think what we're going to do to be conservative is just get a price. I agree with him, by the way. I've looked at the tyres, they look fantastic, but I'm just aware it's been sat outside 7 years in the sun, hasn't it? That can't be good for rubber. So if we can get the tyres done at a reasonable price, that would be a good thing to do. We have to change, you said, because there's a bubble
Have line
inside the groove. There was a bubble.
Oh.
We're talking about the tyres. I think we're going to change the tyres regardless of what it costs. It's probably going to cost 20,000 baht.
12,000 บาท
12,000 baht, you're saying? But if I don't do it and we die, then I'll regret it. So, you are my most precious thing, Rose. No point taking any extra risk over the top of driving a 20-year-old car with you.
Yes.
Yeah, so
thank
we'll get it done. My wallet is taking an absolute beating in Thailand. People say it's cheap to live in Thailand, not when you want to do a road trip in an old car, no?
No.
There we are.
When you come to Thailand, the traffic is bad and people sell the flower. This is for good luck when you're driving a car.
It's to stop you having an accident, isn't it?
Yes.
20 baht for some flowers.
Yes.
But I remember the first time you bought one on the outskirts of, I think it was Bangkok, driving your Toyota Yaris. And I said, what was that for? And you said, for safety, so I don't have accident. And I said, better you put your seatbelt on. The seatbelt will save your life, the flowers won't.
No.
Everything in Thailand is different. The way you think about everything is so different, isn't it? But we still buy the flowers as well for safety. So we found the tyre shop. The tyre man has confirmed we definitely need new tyres. So what he said is we should get 4 replacement Dunlop tyres to match what he says is the best one, because they've got discount on Dunlops at the moment. So we're going to do that. That comes to just over 17,000 baht, which is about £400. I asked him whether we needed to do the spare tyre, and he said no, we'll keep the best one, whichever one it is, as the spare, but then if we do need the spare, he said just drive it slowly and obviously get that then changed at the next place. So I think it's, in the UK we have Quick Fit, this is called Be Quick, so I guess this is Thailand's equivalent. So he's about to put it up on the ramps. Rose is just talking to him about a few bits and pieces. He's also going to do another safety check for us, because I'm not sure how confident I am in Rose's friend's safety check, given that he missed the tyres. Okay, we've come to collect the car, which has new tyres, as you can see, all around. And the mechanic did a 30-point safety check for us as well, and he's found a couple of things that wasn't right. Some part inside one of the wheels, which looks bad. I don't know what it was, but he showed us. It was broken. And apparently the gearbox oil hadn't been changed either, so I think he wants to do that. So that's good. A bit disappointing, because obviously we've paid Rosie's friendly mechanic to do all the safety checks, and I just don't think he's done a thorough job. They have said here he's done some things, but I mean, changing oil, that's super basic, isn't it? I was expecting oil, air filter, that kind of stuff. I don't know much about cars, but we'll go underneath and have a look. Up it goes. Well, there's no cable hanging down there now.
This is broken.
Right.
Him say the man before him put that in, but
Yeah.
right now it's broken again because him not lock this in very good.
Oh, right, okay. The plastic is broken or the metal is broken?
Plastic broken.
Plastic, right. Rose is telling me to relax, even though we don't know what the final bill's going to be. This is a very hard moment for me to relax. This is a second bill for your car. We've already paid a big bill, and now we've got another big bill. So 27,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Big money.
Well, it's okay, because my wallet was feeling a little bit fat earlier anyway. My wallet was heavy. 27,805 baht